If you're like me, you get a lot of information from the internet, podcasts, things like that. And this is something that I recently started doing, is trying to trap hop aromatics back into my beer so that they're not blowing off through a blow-off tube or anything like that. So I have a conical. That's one way that I put a pressure relief valve, my pressure gauge on there from Spike. The other and maybe easiest thing to me is just to dry hop in a keg. So this is my adventure, this is my experiment, and we're going to see how this works out.
A really important one, I think, is top notes. Okay, so the aromatics. If you feel your beer is missing aromatics, you need to look at a couple of things. Obviously, the quality of your hops.
Yes.
Obviously, your processing. So are you blowing it all out of your FE because you're dry hopping during fermentation, or you're bump browsing using CO2 and your downpipe is open? What's going on here?
So the concept here is to trap volatiles that would normally blow off through my fermenter. So I'm adding hops to the keg right now that I'm going to rack beer on top of. So I'm racking 5 gallons of a hoppy pale ale onto the top of my dry hops, and I'm going to leave that in a sealed keg. And then what I'm going to do is leave it there for 3 days for my normal dry hopping schedule, and make sure that you do not purge your PRV anytime during this process, especially during this one. Hook it up with a little CO2 and let that push the volatiles back into the beer, and then after those 3 days, go ahead and chuck it into the fridge to try to suck them back into the beer. And then to get them off the dry hops, all I do is push it into another clean keg that I'm going to be serving in my Keyser at a later time. Alright, so again, this was a 5-gallon batch. I did a total of 3 ounces for my Hoppy Pale Ale, including Rakau, Southern Cross, and Sriracha Ace. So the first judge here gave it a 7 out of 12 for the aroma. Not as strong a hop aroma, a bit spicy, 0 off aromas initially. The second judge also gave it a 7 out of 12 for aroma, sweet malt with floral hops, and pear-like or honey-like fruity esters. Otherwise clean, all well balanced berry notes as the beer warms. Down in the overall comments, something that helps too is beer has a nice flavor and aroma, but the hops need to be bumped up for the style. So that's it. That's what the judges thought. So here it is. This is my take on it. I've been drinking it for a couple weeks. The aroma's nice. It's definitely present. It's there. It's strong. It's not like I can't smell it from across the table. I do have to get my nose in there. You know, you can do the little drive-by. And it is there a little bit. Nothing more than I think that I have had previously. However, scientifically, I think that this all makes perfect sense. And if it's not any more work for you, why not try to trap some of those aromatics? So, give it a try yourself. Let me know what you think. Cheers. Thanks for watching.